Hey guys, welcome back to Laura's Little Luxuries. I'm here on Sunday afternoon, and so you know what that means. It's time for the Sunday preview. I did take a peek at this post a little bit ago, so I know what's coming. I just couldn't help myself. There are some pretty exciting things in here. It looks like it's a release week that's full of a lot of accessories or like small goods, but there are a couple of bags coming in new colors, so that's exciting. And there is a new style that is also very exciting, although I'm pretty sure it's going to be out of my price range, so I probably won't be grabbing it. But let's just get into it and we can walk through item by item what is coming this week. So River says, it's Sunday preview time, get ready purse pals, we're giving you the inside scoop on all the goodies dropping this week. Here's what's coming your way day by day. We have a Monday release, including the Woodland Creature Collection. So these are little animal flares, they look really cute. There's a bunny, owl, fox, and squirrel. Now I had a little tip that these were coming because when I went to the outlet store the other day, the manager Kayla told me that they were going to be stocking these. So I don't know if I'm going to order them online or if I'm just going to take a trip over to the outlet store and try to pick a few up in person. But they do look really cute, so I'm excited about those. Then they're also bringing new journals, both snap and wrap journals in all the sizes in aster, bone, calla lily, and pistachio. So I'm not personally a big journal user as much as I wish that I could use journals. I just tend to forget that they exist. But if you're a journal user, those are good colors. Again, though, we're with the spring colors in the middle of fall, so interested in that choice. Tuesday, we've got a duffel bag relaunching. This is something that they had in the past, but we haven't had in a long time. So this is the thing that I don't think I'll be able to afford, even though it would be awesome, but it's coming in pebble black, nutmeg, forest green, cold brew, and sienna. If I was going to get one of these, I don't know. I won't make that choice until we get to the pictures. Just forget I said anything. All right, on Tuesday, we've also got dragonfly tassels coming in black and honey. The Nora shoulder bag in small and large is coming in those new suedes. So Alaska blue, Jackson, Mariner, Smoke Gray, Stagecoach, and Super Bloom. Then we've got Picasso tassels coming in the new colorways, and I have names for them now, so I know what mine are called. So those are called Obsession, Rebel, and Sweet Dreams. Then we've got palm tassels, which there's no picture of, but those are coming in Galore, Cobalt, and the new color Sunshine. And then the Verona in both sizes is coming in Honey. Wednesday, we've got the Canvas Tote collection, and so there's 3 different styles called Deadwood, Northwood, and Signature. Then we've got straps, so the Javelin strap comes in Golden Dusk, Moonstone, Everfield, Mystic Motion, and Tropical Punch. The Jughead logo tassel, which I'm a little confused about, to be honest. That's what it's called, and it's coming in Chili Red, Pebble Black, Plum, Astro Blue, Green Apple, and Nutmeg. Then we've got the Kaleidoscope strap. I'm not going to read all these colors. We'll go through them when we get to the pictures. So the Kaleidoscope strap, the PLG webbing strap, and the Woodland strap. And then Thursday, we've got 2 more dragonfly tassels, which I'm intrigued by this. I don't know why they're not just releasing all the dragonfly tassels on the same day. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but they're bringing some of those suedes as well as chocolate brown. Then there will also be some gordita pouches in honey and sienna. The Slouchy is coming in both sizes in a variety of colors. Again, we'll name those when we get there. The petunia pouch is coming in 4 different colors. And the tote backpack, small and classic, is coming in Night Owl. Those are all the items. Let's see. There's just a note here that the launches happen at 11 a.m. Pacific time. For me, that's 1 p.m. If you're on the East Coast, it's 2 p.m. And then there's a little note that all launches are subject to change, so they try to predict what they think is going to come this week. Usually it's mostly accurate. Every once in a while, there's an item or 2 that gets pulled for whatever reason. So, you know, try not to be too disappointed if there's something on this list that ends up not going live. I think last week, some of those suede mockingbirds ended up not going live, and people were pretty disappointed in that, but it's never a guarantee, so they do their best to share what they think is going to come this week. Let's look at the pictures. Here are the Woodland creature flares, and they are so cute. I honestly don't know which one I want most. I mean, probably the bunny is the one that I'm feeling the least drawn to right now, and that's just because it feels like a spring item to me. But I know that come springtime, I'm gonna want the bunny. So do I just get one now and put it away and hold on to it until it's the right season? I don't know. I really love both the fox and the squirrel. I would say personally, I'm probably more drawn to the squirrel because I love my tree rats. The fox is so cute though. And then the owl, my brother has an owl obsession. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should pick up an owl for him and I could just include that in like his Christmas gifts. I don't know if he'd use it though. Like, is a man gonna use an owl keychain? Really? I don't know. You guys give me your opinions on that. It is cute. I want the fox and the squirrel, so I might just get both of those for myself. We'll see about the bunny and the owl. Oh, this is funny though. I'm gonna look at the comments over here. So somebody says that her hubby is already requesting the owl. so maybe men do want the owl. I don't know. I gave my other brother a corgi keychain when I went home to visit last time because he loves corgis. We've never had a corgi, but he just thinks they're so cute. So I gave him one and he seems to really like it. So maybe men do like these little cute things. I don't know. Okay, here are all the journals. I do really like that they're launching both the snap and the wrap. I am kind of feeling tempted by the snap journals, actually, because the wrap ones, I just don't love having that extra strap. I feel like it gets in the way. It looks cool. I like the concept of it, but just practically speaking, I feel like it's kind of cumbersome to have that wrap strap to deal with. But the snap ones, especially if I got a larger one, could actually be a really good work item for me. I could see myself keeping that with me all the time and using it to like take notes in meetings, or just if I go to like the funeral home to do planning with a family or something, it's really nice to have something that looks elegant to take notes on. So then I have to decide which color do I want, and I mean, these ones don't exactly scream like professional situations, even though nobody in my professional circle would mind. I obviously am most drawn to calla lily and aster, but I am really loving pistachio too, and I would like something in pistachio. Okay, onward. Here are those suede Noras. These are really cute. If I loved the Nora shape, I would be all about this, and I probably would feel the need to get one in, I think Mariner Blue and Jackson are the ones that I'm most drawn to. They're really cute. I just know that the Nora is not my favorite style, so I will leave those for other people who do really want them, but they are pretty. Here are the, wait, that was Tuesday, so Monday was just the journals and the animals. Tuesday's the Nora, and then the duffel bag. These are awesome. I just know that they're gonna be like several $100s, and I don't have several $100s to spend on a duffel bag right now. They're really pretty. I would love to own one of these one day. That would be a really cool, like, big holiday gift for me. If anybody in my life is watching and wants to spend $300 on a duffel bag for me. But I don't foresee myself spending this much money on a duffel bag. Plus, I just got a duffel bag from Vera Bradley that has cats all over it. It's really cute, so I really don't need it. I just like it. And I think if I was going to get a duffel bag, I would get Sienna. That's the one that calls out to me the most. But it's really pretty in forest, too. I mean, all of these are gorgeous. I'm looking at the comments again, and it looks like people are excited, but everybody else knows they're going to be expensive, too. Okay, well, this person asked how much were these originally, and somebody answered saying, I believe it was $225 plus. So that's actually not that terrible. I mean, other brands would charge a lot more than that for an all-leather duffel bag. I mean, that's just a lot of leather. Like, it's a big bag. But still, just a bigger purchase than I need to be making right now. So I guess I'll just be hopeful that maybe they're available for a while. I could save up for one. We're still on Tuesday, and here are the new Picasso tassels. You guys have already seen a couple of these because I've posted videos of different hauls that featured them. And actually I went and grabbed them because I wanted to make sure I knew which colorways I had. So it looks like I have Rebel. And this is Calla Lily, Coral, and Rhubarb. And I have Sweet Dreams. And this one is Pistachio, Calla Lily, and Aster. And then Obsession is Aster, Pistachio, and Rhubarb. So I really like all three of these, but I am glad that I have these two because if I had to just choose a couple, these are the ones that I would most want. Maybe if I see Obsession in the store at some point, I'll go ahead and grab it, but I don't think I'm going to feel like I have to order it immediately. I'm happy with the two that I got. And then the dragonflies are cute. I don't actually own any dragonflies yet. I do like them, but I just have always prioritized other purchases over those. We've moved on to Wednesday. Here are the totes. So they are all different styles. It looks like the Deadwood canvas and Northwood canvas both have leather straps. And then the signature canvas is a zipped tote and it has leather straps and a leather bottom. So it kind of reminds me of like the big tote, except that it's not waxed. And I mean, the shape is a little different. The big tote is more like the shape of an oversized Montana or something. The signature canvas is more just like a traditional tote from PLG, but it's made mostly out of canvas with some leather accents. These look really cool. I mean, I like them. I don't think that I personally have a real strong use case for them, so I probably won't get one. And I don't think they're coming in different colors. It looks like that these are the only colors that they're in. So, I don't know. I mean, they're cool. This would be a nice gift for somebody, but I don't think I really personally need these. I do like them though. All right, let's look at the straps. We've had a lot of conversations about straps on this channel. They're growing on me. I don't dislike them as much as I did in the initial preview. So the ones that came out last week, I didn't buy any, but they were kind of cute. I do like these ones, especially they're like the mixed leather and nylon straps. I'm still not a huge fan of the patterns and a lot of the colorways. They're just not really calling out to me, but I will say that when I went to like look at them on the website last week, they had put a card in the photos that gave color pairing suggestions, and that helped a lot. And in fact, I'm going to pull that up now so that if you guys haven't looked at that yourselves, you can see what I mean. I don't know what the best way to get there is going to be. I probably should have just searched strap. I'll just edit out all the dead space. Here we go. Okay, so like the Highline strap. This is the ivory cream color, and you know, looking at it, I'm thinking this color doesn't really match any of the current PLG colors. It's kind of close to like Begonia, which has been retired, and maybe Peony. Trish just got a medium crossbody in the color Peony, and it's pretty similar to this, I think. It's sort of a warm, like orangey pink. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call from Jason. Pause, please. Okay, thanks for holding. I forgot where I was. Sorry. Jason was out running errands. He had a question, but then that evolved into more conversation. So I'm trying to collect myself now. Where were we? We were looking at the ivory cream colorway. I was talking about which colors it might kind of go with. I was saying Begonia or Peony. But I'm not really thinking of any other current colors that it would really like go with matchy-matchy style. I guess it's a little pinkish, so maybe like vintage pink or bubblegum or something. Here it is just with a honey bag. So, you know, it could go with the more neutral colors too and just be a contrasting. But what I appreciated was that they have this slide that suggests leather pairings. So they're saying it would look good with foxglove, dragonbone, madrona, clownfish, supernova, and red panda. And I do have a red panda large bucket, so that got me thinking like, oh, maybe I do have a bag that this would actually be really cute with. And then if we go to other colorways like the seaside, it lists out some different ones, and they're not all blue. They don't all like match perfectly, but cowboy blue, Caspian, bone, night owl, mariner blue, and sienna. And I could definitely see those all working with this blue color. It also, I think that these slides give us little hints of what might be coming soon. So like obviously they're bringing out new bags in the mariner blue, but Caspian, like they haven't released Caspian bags in a while, but we've been seeing them roll in mystery boxes. So this is making me wonder, like, is there a lot more Caspian coming on the horizon? Let's see, with the aqua lime, they suggest honey, aruba, green apple, cowboy mint, nimbus, and grizzly. And then with yellow field, they recommend sunflower, mango, hello yellow, bone, Naples, and honey. So a lot of the color pairings are like in the same color family, but they're not matchy-matchy. And it really did like open up my mind to the possibilities. So let's go back to the Sunday preview. I got us way off course here. But with all of these new straps, even if I look at these and I'm thinking, I don't know what I have that would really go with these. I mean, obviously like the brown and the black and white are a little easier, but some of these other ones I'm thinking like I don't have a green that would perfectly match that. But I'm looking forward to seeing the color pairings that they recommend for these. So the Javelin is coming in Everfield, Golden Dusk, Moonstone, Mystic Motion, and Tropical Punch. The Kaleidoscope strap has less of the leather accents, so there's a little bit of leather down here, but it doesn't have this like multi-strap D-ring situation on it. So these are coming in Terra Twist, Forest, and Atomic Orange. This would look really cool with a like Cape Coral or a koi bag. And then this would look awesome with like sunflower. Here's the Woodland strap that's coming in Sand and Wine, Rosy Haze, Black, and Fog Lake. And this one does have the multi-strap section, which I really like. I am tempted to get one of these straps. I don't know which style I want, but I do really love the idea of having this little D-ring to hang flair from. Here's the PLG webbing strap that just has like the logo stitched into it, or imprinted, and I don't really understand how this is working, but the PLG logo is in there. And this is coming in Stone Mist, Petal Glow, Maple, Blue Lagoon, and Black. Those ones I'm pretty meh about. I don't really love the look of the like PLG letters in there. Then we've got the Jughead tassel. And this was confusing to me because when I saw it in the previews, I thought that it was going to be like an AirTag holder, just because of like the size and the shape of it. To me, it's not all that decorative, so I don't really understand what the purpose of it is if it doesn't hold something. Somebody over here is asking, what is Jughead? This person says, I'm not sure what Jughead term would mean, but these tassels are for hanging flair off of. That's what I was told with an admin when I asked a while back. Okay, so, all right. That's helping me understand. So I think what this is for then is to like wrap around a tote handle, and then you can clip your flair onto like the strap part of this. That's gotta be what it's for. I don't understand what else the purpose would be. So I guess if you don't want to have like an O-ring, if you don't want to buy separate hardware to put on your bags, you can just have these tassels and they can work as like flare hangers. It's an interesting concept. I'm not sure how I feel about it in practice. Like I don't think I would use these for that purpose. I have my O-rings. If you need O-rings, I will link them down in the description box below. You can find them really inexpensive on Amazon. You can also buy D-rings. So I don't know. I mean, they're not horrible. There's nothing offensive about them, but I don't really see myself having a need for this. And it's kind of looking... Oh, okay, here, I'm going to zoom in. Can you guys see how this is like a peg? So I think that instead of looping these around themselves like you would with a traditional tassel, you can maybe just like open this up and like unhook the loop and loop it around and hook it back. So you don't have to like hang it. What What am I trying to say here? Okay, I'm thinking that you could just unhook this part and like take the loop and make it just a strap instead of having to do like this and pull the tassel through itself. Right? So it's hanging like that. Does that make sense? So then you could just hang it like this. Yeah? Okay, I don't know. That might not have made any sense to anybody but me, but I'm trying my best. So I'm interested to see if that is actually a peg and you can unhook it, or if it's just a rivet that looks weird in these pictures. Moving on to Thursday. I feel like I'm spending so much time on each of these. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in a very rambly mood today. So on Thursday, we've got the Slouchies coming, and I do find the Slouchies kind of enticing. I love a Slouchy, especially a large Slouchy. And the Suedes, I think, are pretty tempting in this. Sienna is also tempting, but I do have a couple of Sienna bags already, and I love them both, but I don't know that I need a third one. So I think I'm feeling the most drawn to a large Slouchy in Jackson. I like a lot of these other colors too. Mariner Blue is really pretty. Super Bloom is pretty, but I think that Jackson would probably end up being the most useful for me. I'm seeing that people in the comments here are very excited about the Slouchies. Ooh, someone had a peppercorn Slouchy. Yeah, that's good. It's definitely a good bag for Suedes. Also on Thursday, we've got these 4 petunia pouches, honey, black, plum, and bone, and then we've got the other 2 dragonflies, smoke gray and mariner blue, and the tote backpack in night owl. Very nice. And we're back to the beginning. So there were a few things that weren't pictured. Let's go back and make sure that we don't forget about those. So not pictured were the gordita pouches. I would kind of like a sienna gordita. And then, what else? The single palm tassel in Bacalar, Cobalt, and Sunshine, and then the Verona. None of those were pictured. So, that's the drop this week. It's a pretty exciting one. It's one that's making me feel less overwhelmed because I don't feel like I have to have everything. You know, there's a couple of things that I'm interested in, but I also feel like maybe I could just go shop at the store and see what they have in stock. I'm not feeling like I'm gonna be like devastated if any of these things sell out before I get them. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let's look at the comments. Yeah, there are people that want more color info on the straps. I'm seeing people saying that they would like to spend money on these things this week. So I'm sure that's what PLG wants to hear. Got people excited about the Noras, and the animals seem to be a big hit. I think people are excited about the journals too. People seem to like the straps, so I'm glad that they're going over better than I anticipated. I don't know what it was about that preview photo, honestly, you guys. Like, they looked, to me, the preview photo did not look good. I was really disappointed in the strap colors and designs, but as I'm seeing them in the actual releases, I don't know if they like changed some details about them or if it's just when they're not all like directly side by side they look better to me, but I do like them better now than I did when I first saw that picture. But yeah, I mean, overall it looks like it's a pretty positive reaction to this release. People are definitely saying that they think they're going to be spending some money, so I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Is there a favorite item that's coming this week? Anything that you can't live without? Or do you think you're gonna just sort of take it easy and shop casually over the next week or two? I'm thinking a lot of people will be excited about the Noras. I'm excited about the Slouchy, but again, I don't feel like I have to have it. I think I'm just gonna go to the outlet later in the week and see what they have in stock. And we will just let fate decide what I have access to. So, alright, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or found it helpful. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Click that bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video, and I will see you guys in the next one.